quarantine and the online class is still ongoing at home. So if you don't have laptop, if you don't have computer notebook, and if you don't have this fiber connection at home, and all you have is a basic cell phone and a mobile data, well, don't worry, you can pass your subject. Hi Marces, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And for today's video, I'm going to share with you my 10 tips on how will you able to pass your subjects in this online class, and I hope this tips would be helpful for you since it's quarantine and the online class is still ongoing at home. So if you don't have laptop, if you don't have computer notebook, and if you don't have this fiber connection at home, and all you have is a basic cell phone and a mobile data, well, don't worry, you can pass your subject. So in college, it's very important to pass the subject because it's for your own good, and that's very important. So these are just my tips, and this is just my opinion, and I hope that you better study your lesson, better to study at home, stay at home, and follow the instructions from your teachers and your professors. So here are my 10 tips on how will you able to pass the subject. So my number one tip would be time management. What is time management? Well, actually, dividing all your time is very important. Yes, it's very important. You have to give time for your family. You have to give time for yourself, for your study, for everything. So you don't have to rush on things and time would be wasted. All you have to do is to manage your time. How will you able to manage your time? Give yourself a time for your study, a time for yourself, a time for the household chores, and that's it. Time for your family. So you have to divide it practically. So since it's online class, you give always, so that's most important, and that is. Then the next one, or the second tip I have prepared for you, is to-do list. I want you to do a to-do list. What is to-do list? It is something to do that with how will you able to list down all the things that you have accomplished, or something that it's about the requirements that you have done, something that's about projects that you already made. So you have to do that one, because to-do list makes you an organized person, where you will be able to list down the things that you want to, or the projects that you want to need to be done and submitted to your teachers and to your professors. Then the next tip would be tip number 3. It's very important. It's about being resourceful. Since if you don't have fiber connection at home, fiber internet connection at home, if you don't have laptop and computers at home, so if you only have basic cell phone, well, you can pass the subject. How? Through using your mobile data. You have to be resourceful. You have to find application that could be suitable for cell phone, that is also suitable for laptop and computers. So that's it. That's important thing. You have to be resourceful, because you can go outside and look for something, and then that's it. Being resourceful is something to have. Being resourceful is something to do with finding ways, getting something out of the box. That's it. Then my 4 tips would be know your schedule. How will you able to know your schedule? Check on updates. You better keep or write in your notebook the schedules that you have, time for this subject, time for another subject, and that's important. Then the next one, my 5 tips, it would be know the deadline. The deadline, it's better to submit your output early, so that you don't have this cracking questions in your mind. You don't have to be crummy. Yeah. Then my next tip would be always check your group chat. Okay, checking your group chat is something to do with back read all the messages from your classmates, and I suggest that if you have a group chat, you have to agree on making um, a page that is just for you and your classmates or your professors, where you can write down the announcement that you have, the deadline, the projects, so that in your group chat it would not be misread. Okay, because in group chat you have to back read, scroll up and down, find the announcement, because your classmates are also too busy in messaging everyone, so maybe you can't find the message or the announcement that is been popped up. So you better have this page where everyone can see it. Okay, the next one would be keep your record and track and check for updates. So it's better to keep on or to keep tracking your records. What are your records? It's about your quizzes, your exams, if you already have an exams, if you already comply this subject. So you have to keep that matter. You have to keep on tracking that matters, and you have to check for updates from your professors or from your teachers. So it's very important. And then the next one is to pass your subject, and that's my 8 tips. So it's better to pass the subject. How? So way back to my third tips, you have to be resourceful. So it is something that is very important to be resourceful. You have to pass your subject even though if you don't have laptop and only you have is a basic cell phone and a mobile data. So it's better to pass the subject. Okay, my 9 tips is called study, study, study. What's that? You don't have to stuck in the room and using your phone, but you also have to read your notes. Yes, because there are some professors or some teachers will be giving you exams, and it's came from your notes, and it's better to study if you are writing some of your notes, because some of the teachers are asking for your study notes and you have to take picture of it and send to them, and that's very important to study. So if I were you, you better to study for yourself, and that's your own good. And then my 10 tips would be prayer. So since we have already the 9 tips, we are going to the 10 tips, and that's prayer. So before you sit down in your study area, you better pray first, since we are fighting this COVID-19, and we should keep on praying that soon can go outside, play, hang with friends, go to school and study, and that's important. So prayer is the best medicine. So keep on praying, and this pandemic will end soon in Jesus' name. Okay, so if these tips that I have for you helps you a lot, and I hope that you better subscribe to my YouTube channel for more tips, more advice, and more updates. So just click the subscribe button and like, share, then write some of your comments in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this would be helpful for you. Thank you so much.